Before we get started with this video, I want to put out a full disclaimer before you get into it that this is kind of more of a self-tanning try-on haul. So for the last week, I've been trying several different products. Some of them are lotions, some of those are mousse, some of them are like actual water applications. And I'm just kind of giving my personal review on what I think about them, a few tips on how I apply them and things like that, how they smell, how they feel, price range and all of that. So this is not an actual how to apply. It's more so a try-on haul of several different types of self-tanners that were sent to me by lookfantastic.com. So let's get into this video. Heyo! Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell in the title of this video, we are doing all things for self-tanner to get us through the summer. Because if you're like me, we probably over-tanned in tanning beds when we were younger, and I'm now trying to preserve my skin. So I'm all about trying to do self-tanners. So I had some that have been sent to me from lookfantastic.com. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. They are going to give us an opportunity to try out some really neat products, see what we think about them. Okay, hang on one sec. You want to say hey?
Hi.
Good job, baby. So we are going to try out several different products. And some of them are going to be mousse. Some of them are going to be liquid. Hang on one second. And then we're going to give you a little bit of feedback about each one. So tonight I have done, I exfoliated my body in the shower. I've done my nighttime routine. So I'm going to go to bed like this tonight and I'll try one tomorrow. Let me show you a few of the ones that you've got to look forward to. And you can comment below if you've ever used them and what you think about them. Okay, so here are all of the different self-tanning products that they sent me. So I've got a couple from St. Tropez, which I have actually used in the past. I really like St. Tropez. This is the Ashley Graham in the mousse. Love a mousse. I feel like they work so well. If you've ever seen any of my previous tanning videos, you know how much I love them. So we've got the Ashley Graham, and we've got another one that's the bronzing mousse in the shade extra dark. So we will try that one. And then I've got the St. Tropez body lotion. So, and we've also got a St. Tropez face and body lotion in the shade medium dark. So we'll try that one. I have never tried Isle of Paradise, but I will say when I took the packaging off, it smelled really good. This one is a mousse as well, so I'm super excited about that one in the shade medium. And then these I'm a little skeptical about because I've never used a self-tanning water before. And I feel like I'm going to have to do this in the shower because it could potentially get messy. But I've got that one from Isle of Paradise, which is the self-tanning water. And then I've got a St. Tropez self-tanning water as well. Lastly, for the lotions and mousse, this one's a Body Blur by Vita Liberata. I've never used this. I did YouTube it before trying it, so I'm going to see. But some of the reviews said that it kind of will get on your clothes, so we'll see about that. And then I've got a few other little makeup products here for bronzing. Excuse me, hang on one second, please. Thank you. A few little makeup products here for bronzing, so we'll see how that goes as well. But I will actually keep you posted. I'll see which one we're going to try. I'm going to think on it tonight and see which one I want to start with. Probably a mousse, but we'll see. Okay, so here are all of the different products that Look Fantastic sent me. I've got several different ones from St. Tropez, which I really like. I've used them in the past, and I've always really loved their self-tanners. These are in a mousse. Also love a mousse. I feel like they coat really well and are very even and don't streak. So this is the one in extra dark. I've also got another mousse, which is the Ashley Graham edition. So I'm interested to try that one as well. The Ultimate Glow Kit. So we'll see how that one goes. And then I've got a St. Tropez Everyday Tinted Body Lotion that I might try to apply after I've done a self-tanner, just to make it look kind of glowy and kind of blend well. And then we've got an Instant Tanned Wash Off Face and Body Lotion in the shade Medium Dark. And then I'm interested too to try these two. So this one is the St. Tropez, and then the other one is Isle of Paradise, which I've never tried before. But they're both self-tanning waters. I have never used that before, never even heard of it a day in my life. So I'm intrigued on how that's going to work. So we'll try that one. And then I've also got the Isle of Paradise in the self-tanning mousse in shade medium as well. And then over here, another product that I've never tried is the Body Blur, which goes on more like a lotion. It says body makeup. So I'm interested to see how that works and if it's going to rub off on my clothing. So that one I'll probably try last, just because it's new and I'm not too sure about that one, but we'll see. And then they also sent me a couple of little makeup bronzers just to kind of put on with my makeup to give me a nice glow on my face. So we will see, and I'll let you know tomorrow which one we're gonna do. Alrighty, so it's the next day, and I've decided that I think I'm gonna start with the St. Tropez, the Ashley Graham Self Tan. I want to try this one. I'm familiar with the Mousse, so I really like the Mousse. So I'm going to try hers first. And then I also wanted to do this one first because I want to do the lotion to go with it and just see. So I'm going to do the self-tan first, let it sit, and then rinse it off. And then they have the St. Tropez has the Everyday Tinted Body Lotion. So I'm going to put that over top of it once I've rinsed, and even maybe tomorrow, just to see if it makes the tan look even more pretty and natural and glowy. So I'm gonna get started with applying the self tanner. I'm gonna get in the shower because I don't want to get it on my new rug. Okay, I've got a rug in this bathroom and I love her, and I don't want to get anything on it. So I'm gonna get in the shower, and I like to use actual gloves to apply the mousse, and I have a mitt that came with the Ashley Graham kit that I'm gonna save for the water ones if I need it. I don't know, we'll see. That still got me nervous, I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna put the gloves on, and then I also have this little beauty blender here that I like to use for my hands and my feet. So let's get started. We'll let it sit and see how it looks. It's very moussey. Like the other ones that I've used don't look quite this moussey, so I'm excited about this. Hey. Hey girl, hey. Ooh. Okay, so it's actually very creamy too. Ooh, stop it. Oh man. Okay, and it smells really good. It kind of smells like tropical. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really liking the texture of this mousse, because even though it's a mousse, it's not like a watery mousse. It's very like kind of creamy and thick feeling. Oh, and it smells so good. I will say it does still smell like obviously a self-tanner. I don't think there's really much way to get around that. Like people who say that like their self-tanners don't smell like self-tanners, like there's no way around that. But look at how creamy it is. Ooh, maybe too much. Okay, I really, really like the texture of this. That feels, it's like, it's very, I don't know, it seems like it's making it go on a lot easier too, so that you don't see those streaks. Like I don't see any streaks yet. The ones that I do see are the ones that I'm just trying to rub in. I do think with any self-tanner, it's important to kind of work quickly. To make sure that you get everything rubbed. Oh, party foul already. Foul already. Okay, I gotta get serious about this. Look at this. I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so I have finished applying the Ashley Graham mousse. And I will have to say, I do definitely love the texture of it because it's a mousse, but it's almost like thick, but almost rubs in like lotion. It's crazy. The smell of it is really refreshing. It's kind of like fruity, tropical smelling. You still smell a little bit of the self-tanner, but again, there's nothing you can really do about that. The only thing I'm a little concerned about right now is the application, how I usually put on my hands with the beauty blender. Already is starting to look a little like splotchy. Maybe I didn't put enough lotion on my knuckles or things like that, so I'm worried about how that's gonna look and if there's gonna be a harsh line. I did try to blend it out as much as possible, but as far as like my arms and the actual color of the tan already, it's very pretty and it's not orange, so I really like that. But it says that you can leave it on for up to like 4 to 6 hours, I believe, and then it will still continue to strengthen even after that. So I'll probably leave mine on for like an hour or two just so that it's not too aggressive, and then I'll shower and see how things look. But I'll keep you posted on how long I leave it on, and then we'll kind of go from there. Heyo, good morning. So this is the next day with the self tanner, the Ashley Graham. I definitely love it. I think that it's perfect for me. I only wore it for an hour because I didn't want it to look like too aggressive. So I do really like it. I think it's a nice like happy glow, but I definitely think that if you left it on longer, you would get that much deeper, richer, darker tan. But again, I'm so pale that I didn't want to go too dark and it just not look natural. So I love the Ashley Graham. Again, the texture of the mousse is fantastic. The smell has gone away, so I like that too. And then the hands also, I think for me personally, it's just a little tip of mine is that when I do my hands, I only let my hands sit for about 30 minutes before I go ahead and rinse it off, because I feel like the longer that it sits, the worse it will honestly end up looking on your knuckles and stuff. So I'm getting ready to try now the Saint Tropez in the shade Extra Dark. Again, I'm probably not going to let it sit as long as it says to, because it does still kind of tend to develop even after you rinse it off. So I'm going to apply the Saint Tropez Extra Dark. I'm going to let it sit for about an hour. Of course, I'm going to go around beforehand and put some lotion like on my knuckles and elbows. But even with the Ashley Graham, and like I didn't have any issues with it. And even when it was on, I was like, oh God, this is getting ready to look bad. But after I've rinsed it off and the next day, it actually looks really good. So definitely she's my top one right now. So I'm going to try this one next. And I'm going to get that put on, let it sit. And then when I take a shower to rinse mine off, I don't use any soap or anything like that. I literally just get in, rinse it off, and then I'll do my like official shower the next day. So let's get this one on and see how she's gonna look too. Okay, so I just finished applying the dark Saint Tropez, or excuse me, Extra Dark. Obviously you can tell the difference. I don't really tend to do my face, and I haven't done my hands yet. Sorry, I'm not really showing much of my body either. I'm only like 3 weeks out postpartum from having our second son, so I really don't feel comfortable like showing a lot of my body. Plus I have like sticky areas on me still from where I had a C-section, so like some of the self tanner is sticking to that. It's so weird. I will say this particular tanner is more of what I'm used to with the Saint Tropez. It feels more like a water base versus like a mousse / lotion. So it goes on a lot more wet and kind of sticky. The color obviously is really dark already. I'm again probably only gonna let it sit for an hour. So for now, we'll see how the color comes out, but I do like the feeling of the Ashley Graham a lot better. But this is actually already dark. Pretty dark already, and I've had it on like 5 minutes maybe. So now I gotta do my hands, and we'll let it sit for an hour and then see how she looks. So far, here is the self tanner with the Extra Dark by Saint Tropez. I really like it. Again, I only put it on for an hour. I'm gonna do only an hour for all of these because I want you to see what just an hour can do, but I feel like this one is really natural. I do still kind of like the mousse better for Ashley Graham, but today I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to try one of the water ones, which I'm really kind of nervous about because I have never used these. This video is not like a pro video. This is me just strictly trying them on my own. So I think I'm going to try one of those. I need to do some research and find out for sure how I'm supposed to do this because I have no idea. And I'm like, water? I don't know. But yeah, here is the self tanner for the Saint Tropez. Elbows look good. Everything looks really good. So it looks a little scary when it's first on, but it's turned out really well. So I'll keep you posted on how this one's gonna go. Okay, so I'm already going to be completely honest about the water self-tanning spray. I was just doing my legs and I got to thinking about it and I was like, don't hate me, but I don't know that I'm going to finish this one out because I can tell that it is a pain to apply. It's great because you can spray it, but the problem is like I would have to do it in my shower every single time, which isn't really convenient for me. And then two, because like what if like I'm trying to just apply my self-tanner while my husband takes a shower or whatever. And then two, I don't like that I'm getting self-tanner all over the inside of my shower. So for me personally, like this is a new house and all of this has like grout and I just don't want all this self-tanner spraying into my shower. And it's like it literally is a spray, so I can feel it going everywhere. And then on top of that, like I'm standing on it, so I know it's going to get on the bottom of my feet, which means it's going to turn my feet tan. So if not, I would have to get out, rinse my feet off, and then by then my hands would be done, and then I'm going to rinse off the top of my feet. I don't like this one because I feel like I can't manage it. So I did the bottom of my legs just to kind of see how it turns out, but this one already is a no-go for me. I'm not going to do the water ones. I'm more of a mousse girl for sure. Okay, so since I'm not a big fan of that one, I will say it does smell really good, but since I'm not a really big fan of that one, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out these last two. This one is the Gradual Tan Lotion. I have not used this one yet just because I have been doing these self-tanners now for about a week. So I'm trying to like get through all of them, but this one is the Gradual Tan Lotion. I'll probably use this over time, but I really want to show y'all these because I feel like y'all will be interested in them. This one is the Body Blur, which is like an instant tan body makeup. The only concern I have about this one that I mentioned earlier in the video is that I feel like it's going to come off on my clothes because I did watch another couple of YouTube videos about it, and I think that was one of the complaints. And then we have the Wash Off Face and Body Lotion in Medium Dark from St. Tropez. It's an instant tan. So I feel like these are great. Maybe if you, I don't know, are gonna take photos, like maybe family photos or something, and you really don't want something that's a little more stained and permanent for the next few days. You just want something for right then. But the thing about these is like if you wash your hands, this is gonna come off. You know what I mean? If you get stuck in the rain on a first date and you go to kiss your new cute hot date and you're in the rain pulling some Sex in the City like moment, you're gonna be kissing him and your tan's just gonna be running off. Just gonna be running off your body. So like I'm not the biggest fan of these. I'm definitely a mousse girl. I can definitely say that. But I'm gonna do one arm with the Body Blur and I'm gonna do another one with the Instant Tan from St. Tropez. And I'll at least show you what it looks like. But this one, the Body Blur is by Vita Liberata. But I'm gonna show you. Okay, so this one is the Body Makeup. I don't know if you can tell. It's actually really pretty. Don't get me wrong. Like the color is beautiful. Let's see if you can see right here. Let me go in here and see. Okay, there you go. So this one is the Body Makeup. It's been sitting now for a few minutes, but I will tell you it's already rubbed off on my towel. So, but it is very pretty, and it actually smells pretty good. It actually more so smells like a self-tanner, not a self-tanner. It smells like a lotion versus a self-tanner. So I do like that. It's like a medium dark. It's pretty. It almost gives you like this really polished look. This one is the Saint Tropez. It looks very similar in color. You can see where it's kind of stopping here. I kind of tried to do that on purpose so y'all could see the difference in like my skin here versus what it looks like with the lotions on. But as this one's pretty as well, the application's pretty. It's not quite as dark as this one because this one's a makeup and this one's like an instant tan. But this one, when I first put it on, smelled like a self-tanner. It's starting to smell kind of baby powderish now, so it's starting to smell a little better. But they're both very pretty, so I guess it just kind of depends on, like, maybe if you're wanting, again, like if you're going to a wedding or if you have an event that you want to go to and you just need something that's quick and easy, or if you're going to do like photos or something, then these might be perfect for you. I would not wear a white dress. I would not do this maybe on your wedding day because it will be all over the place. And again, you don't want to be Carrie stuck in the rain, okay? But they are very pretty, so depending on your purpose and what you need them for, these might be a good option for you. So stay tuned. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do a little bit of a review of everything and then give you my feedback on like cost, smell, application, that kind of thing, and which one was my favorite. Okay, so now I'm going to try the Isle of Paradise in the medium shade. This is the self-tanning mousse. I'm going to try this one, see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. So this one smells very much like a perfume and is a lot more watery than, it doesn't feel like a mousse. It kind of feels very watery. I don't know how I feel about it. The color itself is good. I don't know about the texture though. It doesn't really feel like a mousse. It comes out in a mousse, and it kind of smells like a tanning bed. Like if you ever get out of the tanning bed. That's how it smells. But I'll keep it posted. Okay, here's the Isle of Paradise in the shade medium. I just finished applying it now. So it definitely feels more like a liquid than a mousse. It comes out in a mousse, but it smells really good and it rubbed in really well. So I'm really impressed by that. I really like the color so far too. So I'm gonna let it sit again for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. It doesn't feel as sticky as the Saint Tropez Extra Dark. I think a few more minutes of letting it dry, it'll probably be fine. But yeah, this one's actually pretty. We'll see how she does. Just to recap, we did the Saint Tropez, 2 of those, and we did in the mousse, and then we did the tinted body lotion. Which I liked, but again, with the body lotion, it's definitely temporary. Be careful that it doesn't rub off onto your clothes or you don't wear things that you don't want to have it kind of stain on the clothes. Actually, I don't know for sure that it will stain, but I think that it definitely will rub off on your clothes. Even after mine did dry, that was an issue. But the color was really pretty. And it didn't look orange. All of these, none of these looked orange. They all looked very natural, but I only left them on for an hour. Again, I'm sure I said that 1,000 times in this video, but the longer you leave them on, like the mousse, I feel like the more potential they could have to become orange. My favorite, I think you all know by now, is the Ashley Graham. That one is my favorite. I love the texture of it, the smell of it. It went on really well and evenly. The color was really pretty. It lasted well. It didn't fade and start to look really splotchy. And I really enjoyed that. I think I'm actually going to do this one the next time and wear it for the full maybe 4 hours, maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see. And see how it looks. But hands down, this one was my favorite. And of course, this is the one that I think is the most expensive out of all of them. They're all the same size. They're all the same ounces. But yeah, that one's my favorite. And I'm actually kind of surprised that Saint Tropez doesn't do their own. Like the Ashley Graham one is nice, but you would think that they would want their actual one, not just the collaborated one, to be just as nice. But this one is my second runner-up. Saint Tropez did it for me with this video. The extra dark is really nice. It does have much more of a sticky feel than the Ashley Graham did. Ashley Graham it dried and did not feel sticky like the normal Saint Tropez mousse does. This one does feel sticky, and it feels like, I'm gonna be completely honest, after so long of it, you're ready to get it off. Like, if you go to bed with it on, I would recommend wearing loose pants, loose long sleeve shirt, and wash your sheets the next day. Not so much for like it transferring onto the sheets, but just because the smell of it can be very strong. But it does work really well. I'm glad to have it, and I will definitely use it as a backup. The color is really pretty. It's just not as great as the Ashley Graham one. But and then when it came to Isle of Paradise, these smell really good. It smells like a tanning bed lotion. So it does smell really good, but I was not impressed with the texture of it. It is a mousse as well, but it seemed much more runny, and like trying to rub it in felt like I was rubbing on watered down like mousse. It just felt very liquidy, whereas the Ashley Graham was much thicker and almost had a lotiony kind of feel, so it felt like it was getting more onto my skin evenly, versus this, I had to, if you notice in the video, I had to just keep rubbing it over and over and over. It took forever to like get it to work in. And then even though I only had this one on for an hour as well, it did not, the color did not stand out as much as the Saint Tropez did. Like, I feel like I would have definitely needed to leave this one on for the full like 4 hours in order to really see a substantial difference. Whereas with the two Saint Tropez, after an hour, I could already tell that I was feeling much more tan. These, I'll be honest, it wasn't for me, this particular brand. I just feel like for the price of it, it should do a little better, in my opinion. The water, no girl, it's not my jam. It's not for me. I think this is just like a schmancy spin on how to do a glow tan at home that is a lot more drama to apply it than it is just to use the mousse. I think they really tried to go around, and even the Saint Tropez has done one as well. I honestly did not even try it. Because I'm not a fan of it. I feel like it's a whole lot to do for some schmancy thing to make you think you're gonna get tan, when the mousse is the application for the mousse is way easier, way more controlled, and I feel like you can even see better where you're rubbing things in. So if you did miss a spot, you can go back, rub that area in, or even add more mousse to it. These, not a fan. And then back to the tinted lotion, great, but it does transfer. And then the body blur, this one is really pretty. This is actually better than the Saint Tropez, but this is a body blur. This is a tinted lotion. So they're two different things. I will give them credit for that. They're two different things. So you really can't compare them on how they look, but the body blur does give that effect of you being tan and almost having like this really, really pretty, flawless like skin. But it's only temporary for me, and it was already starting to like rub off, and I feel like if I wore it, I would constantly I would get annoyed by it by the whole day of wearing it. Like, did I touch something? I washed my hands. Am I starting to look streaky now? Did I get rained on? Like, it just seems so stressful. This is much more of, for me, something that you need instantly and that you're going to be done with within a few minutes, not for something that you do all the time and wear every day, in my opinion. But it's completely up to you. You can definitely try it. It's very pretty. It does smell good, and the color is beautiful. But that's completely up to you. This is in this color Latte here on the bottom. But I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I think it's a little different than what you might typically be seeing for your self-tanners. I do have another video on how I like to apply my self-tanners. I will link that below. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful with these particular products, and it helps you kind of make a choice on what you decide to do if you're looking into any of these self-tanners. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I'd also love if you wanted to click that little bell so you'll be notified when my next video goes live. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Okay, bye.